Hello, my name's LoveBigButts from the Cunning Stunts, thecunningstunts.net, which is a parental guidance site. So if you're under 18, can you please knob off right now and go and play with your Tamagotchi? If you're over 18, pull up a pew. We're about to have a bit of a laugh and look at The Secret World. The Secret World, which seems to have been sponsored by IKEA, which is, well, really groovy. Well done, guys. Well, they are kind of Northern European, so they're all sat there looking at lakes, you know, chilling out, wearing Cookie Monster kind of t-shirts and wearing beanie hats and producing groovy games, so you need a bit of IKEA love in your life. Okay, right, so I'm about to make LoveBigButts. I've done some placeholder names here, and I've had a bit of a run around with Ladyplace, which we'll visit later, but I'm going to create Butts today. He's generally my caster character. Kind of gone with the Damon server. Really should go with RP. Not because I like to sit here, you know, in dressed up as a fantasy character or anything. It's just that all the dickheads seem to avoid RP because they just assume that everyone's dressed up as a character and all talking in the lands of your kind of talk, which isn't true. And they all go to other channels so they can shout at each other how their mom pawns, you know, their mom, and it's just a bit of a mess. But for now, we're just going to go with the Damon stuff and see how it is. And if I ever get a Wizard's Robe and fancy a bit of RP, I'll probably jump in there. And depends how much of a car crash, you know, the Baron's chat is in normal. You know, hopefully it won't be too bad because, well, it's not WoW, is it? Which is groovy. Okay, so I'm going to go with Damon and create a character. Now then, when I've done one of these before. I've got the 7970 graphics card from ATI, and I was literally getting 3 or 4 frames a second in the character creation, and the same in game as well, and it was just horrendous. So the way I fixed that was I went to the ATI site and I had to download their beta test drivers for the 7970. And that seems to have fixed most of the problems, but there are still some problems which I'll touch on later when we physically get in game. Okay, so I'm going to go for a Templar dude who are based in London. Now, I've got a bit of a problem with the women in... well, the character creation doesn't seem to have a lot going for it. You know, you can mess around with the head, which is quite nice. And when I first saw the outfits that were available, I was wondering, am I still in beta here? What's going on? Because that's not a lot of shit to be throwing around if I've just paid 50 quid for a game, and then you're expecting me to sub as well. You know what I mean? There's not a lot. So, which leads me to a bit of a conspiracy theory of, I bet they sell that shit in-game and it's going to cost you real monies. And if they do, that's just going to be a little bit poor, I've got to be honest with you. Paying 50 quid and expecting me to pay £10 a month, and then expecting me to pimp my character with stuff with real money? I'm sorry, you're just being rude there, guys. It should be in at release. But, I mean, that's just my personal opinion. I'm sure other people will, all the fanboys will beat me down on that. Hey, comments below. The other problem that I've got with the character creation is, having come from the same stable that brought us, oh, look at that, oh that's groovy. The same stable that, where was it at now? That brought us Age of Conan. You had massive amounts of things that you could tweak on your character, namely the size of the breasts on the women. And in this, you don't have that. You know, you can't change pretty much, unless I'm missing something. Please tell me if I am, but I don't seem to be able to change my body shape. Everyone just seems to be a size 0, and the guys all just seem to be kind of ripped. And if I want to make a big fat dude or a big chunky woman, I can't, and that's just a bit of a letdown. And to be fair, you know, if you've ever met flaps of steel or cheesy flaps on any of my characters in Age of Conan, the pretty large women, you know, because I'm a bit of a chubby chaser, you know. And, a woman without curves is like a pair of jeans with no pockets. There's nowhere to put your hands. And if I'm going to look at this character for the next 4 years, yeah, I want to be something that's going to make me go, oh, she's having it. So, yes, that's a bit poor, really. So, anyway, I'm going to go with a guy. Now, usually, I go with a big black guy, and make it as tall as possible and as dark as possible because, well, it's fantasy, and I'm a short white guy, you know, so, and I think I was meant to be black, but, because I've got soul and I've got rhythm and all that jazz, but unfortunately, I'm a short, balding, fat white guy, so, oh well, whatever's. But I've already done that with Lady Play, so I'm going to make Butts something a bit different. So let's just go with a Caucasian. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Facial traits, hair and makeup. I should go for big hair, really, shouldn't I? Seeing as I've got a bit of a monk thing going on in real life. But what's that? Yeah, okay, that's groovy. We like that. Yeah, that's good. And I'm not sure about breakup. Am I bothered about my eyebrows at this point? They all look like they've come off the Muppets. So I don't know. Have a bit of that, bit of an Emperor Ming look there. Beard and moustache. Oh, pods. Funcom, you've got to love them. Look, they always have the porn star moustache in. We love that shit. Oh, there we go. Muff tickler. We'll have a bit of a muff tickler going on. That's nice. And facial features. Oh, what was that? Eyeliner and lip. Oh, that's just a bit. Get me to the gay parade right now situation. Oh, what's all that? That's I've got a vitamin deficiency look. I've been painting. Look. I fell asleep at my mate's party. Look. It's the same as before. Yeah. Oh, and that's I like Kiss. Maybe not. I'm not sure I really need it. Well, that's all right. A bit of a shadowy kind of George Michael. Let's go do some cottaging situation. Yeah, okay, that's good. We like that. Facial traits. Yeah. Give me a big manly nose. That's what I've got in real life. That's why I think it should be black. All right, you don't get a big manly nose. Oh God. Right. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Kissable. Give me a big ass hero jaw. Oh, there we go. Which is the hero? There's the hero look right there. Come on. I should have a deep voice. Awesome. Right, okay, let's kit him out. Zoom out. Zoom in. Zoom out. Right, okay, so what we got? Jackets. That's groovy. So when you're going into character creation, if you want to zoom in, you get the gratuitous crotch shot. That's nice. We like that. Come on. You know, there's nothing that's setting me on fire here, guys. Have you just put all the shit stuff up so that we have to buy groovy clothes? What are you affiliated not just to IKEA but also to Next? What's going on? Bit of a combat thing going on. Just in case I get stuck in a tree, no one will be able to see me. Oh, hoodie. There we go. Yeah. I'm gonna steal your mobile phone, dickhead. Chest. Who wants stripes? No, these are all awful. There's none of these I actually would wear in real life either. Come on. That's got a bit of I've been painting. I should have that with the I've been painting face look, I suppose. Oh, right, okay, yeah, a bit of a t-shirt. What else we got? Legs. Oh, let's go with the whole combat thing. Fuck it, we haven't got time messing around. And shoes. Combat shoes. There we go. Right. There he is, LoveBigButts. He's going to set the world on fire, hopefully, literally. Okay, create name. Frank LoveBigButts Boff. Anyone old enough to realise who Frank Boff is? Answers on a postcard, please. Play. Let's go. Yeah, so getting decent frame rates now in the character creation, and half decent frame rates in the game itself. Okay, we're going to go into a cutscene here. I'm just going to skip the cutscene because when you get the game and you start playing it, then oh, another IKEA shot there. You'll be able to see that, and I don't really want to spoil it for you guys because it's quite groovy, so I'm just going to fuck that off. Yesterday, yeah, that's good. Okay, so age of loading screens. It's just like Conan. Give me a big ass loading screen. I like this though because it starts off black and white and then colours itself in slowly as the loading screen comes in. So that's quite groovy. Okay, yeah, another cutscene, which is really nice. Okay, right, so we are in game. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stop the video here and I'm going to boot up MSI Afterburner so you can have a look at what's going on with the frames, and I'll just have a quick talk about different settings for the graphics. So I'm back in a second. Okay, back with LoveBigButts in the secret world in London, and we now have MSI Afterburner going on so that you can have a quick look at what's going on with frames and stuff. Now, the first thing that strikes me is that as I'm running around, even though I've got more power than NASA right now in regards to the 7970 graphics card, I only seem to be using kind of 3/4 of it. Sometimes it creeps up to mid-80s, but invariably it seems to be hovering around kind of the 70s, yeah, or below, yeah, which is a bit poor really. Now, I've got, in regards to settings, absolutely everything on max. Okay, so we've got ultra going on, so everything's maxed out in advance. Yeah, I've got it full screen, anti-aliasing on as high as I can have it. Motion blur, which is high quality. Now I usually turn motion blur off, but in this, because I just don't like it, you know, especially in some FPSs, it's a bit of a pain. But in this game, I don't know, it doesn't affect the frame rates if I turn it off. And when you do notice it, it is quite a nice subtle touch rather than an annoying touch, so I kind of left that in. Tessellization, which I've got set to ground and world, and I'll just show you how groovy that is in a second. Yeah, and I haven't got a clue what that is, but I've got it. And obviously I'm in DirectX 11, so everything is maxed out, which is pretty groovy. But again, you know, I don't seem to be using the full capacity of the graphics card, and I'm only getting 35 frames a second. Now, considering that I was only getting anywhere between kind of 5 and 10 frames a second before I put the beta drivers on, all I can say is that it's a driver issue. And once ATI, or AMD as they are now, get their ass together and they bring out proper drivers which aren't beta, I'm expecting that to go up to in the mid-90s, so that I'm using mid-90s, you know, most of my graphics card, and I'm expecting the frame rates to at very least double, you know, because they should do. I have dropped the settings down to absolute nothing with, you know, put everything on practically 0 for, but left it on, turned everything off, but left it on DirectX 11, and there wasn't a massive amount of difference in the frame rates, unless I took the tessellization off. I then dropped it down to absolute 0 with DirectX 9, and yes, there was a difference in frame rates, but I'll be honest with you, I don't mind running around at kind of 30 frames a second, because it doesn't feel like 30 frames a second. It's really smooth and really nice, and it looks fucking gorgeous. So, and that's where I want to be. You know, we've got nice lighting effects going on. You know, everything's got a glowy thing around it, and all the shadows are nice and kind of, they're not big black lines, and it's groovy. And that's the kind of, if I'm going to be spending time in this game, that's where I want to be. Now, what I want to show you is, now this is, I'm just going to go first person, just show you this. Everyone's banging around on about Teslaization, yeah? No one's really done it properly yet, okay? Everyone's kind of just got, well, I played Metro, you know, 1033, put Teslaization on, and I was squinting at the screen trying to see what the difference was, yeah? Now then, just look at these cobbles. See how they're all raised up? Because that's good, it's got full Teslaization on. Now then, okay, just watch over here. Yeah, I've got video options again, yeah. Ground and world, keep your eye here. Yeah, I'm going to set this now to none and apply. Watch it. Boom. Yeah, and look at my frame rates. Yeah, they've gone up. Yeah, so that's what you get when you don't have Teslaization on. I mean, now to be fair, it still looks bloody gorgeous. But I don't mind taking that hit on the frame rates, yeah, if I get to run around in a world that looks, keep your eye over here, looks like that. Yeah, and that's just on this street, yeah. That is replicated throughout the whole game. The guys at Funcom have done an outstanding job on this, and I would say this is the first proper game that I've seen that when you turn it on, I mean Crysis 2 does it as well, which is quite nice, but I'm not sure if it's as good as what the Funcom guys have pulled out the hat here. It is really, really nice. Okay, right, so another couple of things is we've got like a little bit of a marker here, and we've got here something that's telling me we've got a quest. This is your quest thing here. Now, you only seem to be able to have like 6 quests at once, and these are different types of quests, yeah? Which, when you're exploring the game, you'll come to realise what they are. So I've got a story mission here. When I click on it, yeah, it'll kind of tell me a little bit about it, which is here. Everything's kind of movable, which is nice. Okay, you've been recruited by the Templars, yada 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 yada. Go and find them. Okay, and they've got a bit of a heads-up floating in the air thing, which is really, really useful. It means that you don't have to always be looking at your mini-map or pressing M to find out what the hell's going on. Yeah, and obviously we've got to go over here somewhere, which is quite nice. Now, obviously you can zoom in and zoom out. I hate to say this, it's a nice map. Yeah. But I guess, having played the beta for Guild Wars 2, I've been kind of a little bit spoiled. So let's go back into third person. Right, the other thing that is just a little bit annoying is that we've got a nice shadow going on at the bottom here, which is pretty groovy. Now, if you happen to have got 3 screens and you can play in Infinity, when you put it into Infinity, this black screen, this black fade here moves up the screen and makes it quite awful, and all your UI tends to become a little bit knackered. So that's why I am now playing it in just one screen. Funcom guys, please fix that. Yeah, and if you're thinking about going Infinity, if you've got a graphics card that can do it, do it. Oh, it's like going from a 14-inch black and white TV, yeah, to a flat screen 56-inch dog's bollock screen. It's just awesome. It just wraps around you, and oh, it's just brilliant. Okay, I've lost where I'm going. Where's my heads-up display? Oh, it's over there. Okay, I'm going to the. Why am I going to the tube station? I'm not quite sure. Da-da-da. Okay, so I am getting a little bit of a laggy thing going on, but I think that's more to do with the fact that I'm running fraps and stuff. Oh, the other thing that I need to say is, oh, God, I'm in a cutscene now. The other thing that I need to say is, even though I'm using MSI Afterburner, I've not overclocked it. So obviously there's more tweakage to be had there if I overclocked it. And I know that my temperature is only 50 degrees, but I've got it on water cooling, so you can if you've got it on pure air stock, then you might find that that's a little bit higher. Okay, right, I'm just going to quit this, and it's going to take me to a bit of an introduction to the game of how shit works. but I'll be honest with you, I want to skip all that and just take you to the place where you get to choose your weapons. So I'm going to do that now and skip this, and I'll reconvene when I'm at that place.
It's all shut down.
Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, back. I am now stood in the Templars' head office. We've got a little bit of opera going on in the background, as you would expect from the Templars, because, you know, opera's big to them. And why wouldn't it be? You know, everybody loves a bit of opera. I'm sure you do. This guy here has just given me a 101 kind of, this is how to be a badass. Go and choose yourself some weapons. Now, what I like about this is kind of the training room, and you get to try out all the weapons to see if you like them. You know, so if you fancy trying out the shotgun, yeah, you can just check it out. Now, do you see how that worked then when I just clicked on it? It's kind of expanded. We do like that. Anyway, so LoveBigButts is a melee caster. Okay, so obviously we've got different things going on in regards to, we can go with blades, hammer and fist, which tend to be quite tanky related stuff. Then we've got assault rifle, shotgun and pistols, which again is all ranged stuff. And then you've got your magic over here, yeah, and some guys here who are having a really bad day. You know, that's a guy who's not enjoying what he's doing for a living right there. Or maybe he is. Maybe he pays to have that done to him in a kind of Cynthia Payne kind of way. Now, you would think that you just grab one of these and away you go. Oh, no, no. You can mix and match. So you can have pistols and elemental magic, or you can have blades and blood magic. And you can mix it up how you want. And the way it works is you get SP points and AP points. Okay, SP skill points are used here, and every time your XP bar gets to the end, you get some skill points, which is kind of their throttle and how fast you progress forward. Okay, you get AP points when you do certain missions, and you can just get them awarded to you, which is really groovy. Now, I'm going to be a caster. Okay, so from this window here, I can decide what kind of caster I particularly want to be. Now, each of these, yeah, elemental, blood, and chaos are my options. Now, each of the each of the disciplines has either damage or support, damage or healing, damage or survivability, but there's always damage in there. Each one's maybe got something different. Yep. Now, damage, if you just want to go full out nuke-oid damage, then you put your skills into this. Yeah. If you want to go as a more support role, then you would put it into support or into healing. Yeah. So if I put skills into support, when deploying any elemental manifestation ability, your defensive target deals 3% more damage for 5 seconds. So if I hit somebody in the face with a fireball, then the tank will, because he's the defensive target, the tank will deal 3% more damage, which obviously helps his threat generation. If I go blood, yeah, and I don't want to go pure on damage, and I want to go with a more kind of a helping role, I can go healing, yeah. When any of your blood barriers, I can put like a big round barrier around one of the dudes, which would probably be the tank, expires for any reason, the target of the barrier is healed for 2. Right, so not only is he taking less damage because he's got the barrier up, yeah, it also heals him when it expires. Okay, so what do I want to do? Do I want to be a big nuker, or do I want to help? Yeah. Now, survivability is not helping anybody. Yeah. It's a matter of saving your own ass. So whenever I evade attack, yeah, I receive fleeting fortress effect, causing the next attack against me to deal 18% less damage. So, are you going to be a lone wolf, or are you going to be running with a pack? It's entirely up to you. Now, I've decided that what I really fancy doing is being blood and doing a bit of healing as well. Okay, so with that in mind, when I get SP points, I'll be putting them into here. Yeah, and then when I put it into there, any of your blood barriers, yeah, exactly what it was just said there. Okay, now then, when you get your AP points, you go to the ability wheel. Now, this is where it starts getting a little bit sexy. Okay, because here you have the ability to put points into different areas, right? So I want to be magic, so we've got blood magic, yeah, chaos magic, and elemental, which I can put points into. Okay, and but obviously I can put it into other things as well, because I'm not just going to be solely fixated on just magic. I can wield other weapons as well. So what am I going to want to choose? Now, you can make your own up as you go along. If you decide that you want to go blood magic, but then you fancy carrying a big ass hammer around, no restrictions on that. You want to do that, boy, then you can. Yeah. If you want to go ranged, yeah, but then decide that you want to throw a bit of elemental around, not a problem. I mean, 2 ranged things keeps you out of trouble. That might be where you want to be. You want to be up close and personal, but then have an assault rifle, nothing stopping you. And it is really, really strong. Now, what the guys at Funcom have done is they've given us some cookie cutter kind of builds that we can get some ideas of what we might like. Yeah. So if I go to Magus, yeah, a Magus build, here it tells us what is ideal for a Magus build. So Magus build is elemental, yeah, and shotguns. Yeah. So if I go to the description here, a modern Magus supplements their elemental powers with a shotgun. This Strike Force deck is intended to deliver unrelenting damage. So that's something that you would go for if you were not having a support role, but you were wanted, yeah, to really just kick ass. And then you can look at the outfit of what you're going to look like. That looks pretty groovy, you know. So yeah, I want to be him. So from that, you can start to build up a deck. And these are the abilities that you would be looking to equip if you wanted to equip this deck. Now, the beauty of this is, if you've gone through the shotgun tree and the elemental tree, yeah, you can just, it's a bit greyed out there because we haven't got it obviously sorted out, but that says equip deck there. If I equip that deck, it just instantly put all those abilities there into my active and my passive. Because you get active skills which are on your hotbar, which you can then do, and then you've got passive skills which just don't do anything. They obviously buff what you're doing in the world. So, and it just automatically puts them on. But for argument's sake, let's say you went down the hammer tree, yeah, and the assault rifle tree, and there's a cookie cutter for that. You could just equip that and instantly go from this build here to a completely different build. Now, I haven't investigated it enough, but I'm pretty sure you should be able to create your own builds that you can equip on the fly as well. Let's have a look at what Warlock's got going on. Oh yeah, big bald dude there. Okay, so that's chaos magic and hammers. No, we don't want that. We want blood. We want blood magic. Exorcist. Ah, here we go. So, if I want to get the most out of my Exorcist and use blood, yeah, then I need to go down blood magic and fist as well. So that's clearly going to be, you know, up close and personal with the fist stuff, yeah. And this is the abilities that I'm going to have here. So the amount of flexibility you've got by using the skill points and using this wheel is immense, rivaled only by Eve and by Rift. And I'm sure that there are other games that do this. Please, answers on a postcard, comment below. You know, I'm sure they're there somewhere. But the mind just boggles at what you could actually put together for this. Because, obviously, these are just pre-made that the Funcom guys have come up with as a starter. You know, there's nothing stopping you taking a particular build and then tweaking it until you're really, really happy with it. And let's face it, you know, this is what we like about it. So if I'm going to go for the Exorcist, yeah, which is the blood magic and the fists, yeah, it's telling me that I need to go down this tree here and follow it up here, yeah. So if I click on Sacred there, which is what I'm going to have to go. It then shows me the things that I'm going to have to buy with my AP points to get everything that's for that, so I can then move up to this next tier. So some of them are active, yeah. So and some of them are passive. So the passive skills will automatically go down here, and then the active skills will go down here. Now, bearing in mind that you may have a lot more active and passive skills when you've gone down both trees to fill these. So then you've got to pick and choose what you want. And here, this is where the pre-made comes in, that which you can equip on the fly. Okay, but if you decide that that's not where you want to go, and you decide that there's something different that you want to do, then that's when the magic really starts to happen. Okay, so that's a quick one-on-one on how that works, and I'm sure that somebody else will be able to do a much better job of it. So I am, like I say, I'm here now. My frame rates have just gone through the floor again for some reason. They were up to about 60 before, but now they've gone down. Is it going to settle down? Oh. Give new drivers. Back in a second. Okay, back. Right, okay, so I'm just going to pick up the blood magic and accept it, and then pick up all the stuff and get it equipped, which would be nice. Just got to right click it to get it on. Seems to have got a book. You know, because not everyone's got a smartphone where they can read a book on the phone, sort of thing. So you can just get it off your back, because it's a big ass book. And one of these poor dudes here is going to be getting it large, clearly, which is a bit unfortunate for him. So, what kind of distance have I got with this thing? Ooh, right, okay, he didn't like that, and he's afflicted with something now. Okay, still got a good distance. Okay, groovy. Yeah. Okay, now I can be in New York and fire this thing off. What about number 2? Whoa! Didn't like that, did he? He's got a damage over time going on. Oh, we've got an SP point. Groovy. Right, okay, so I'm out of range at that point. And right, okay, so that seems to be where I'm at. Boom. Okay, that takes a bit to charge up, but looks like it's well worth it. Whoa, quick damage. Okay, let's have a quick look at Elemental, see what that does. Just gotta take these and put them all on again, because it's different gear for different stuff. Okay, so lightning. Wah, have it. Straight in the bollocks. Okay, out of range. Oh, do a bit of a fireball situation as well. Okay. Nice damage as well. Now, can I do this while I'm moving? Yes, I can. And the number 2? Yes, I can. Right, that's really nice. The fact that I can actually do it on the fly and move around. So keep getting him in the balls. That's probably why he's got none. I've burnt them off. Bless him. Apparently, they can't feel any pain, so fuck him. Have we got time to do a quick chaos? Of course we have. Yeah, thank you very much. Let's equip stuff. Oh, I've got like a little shield on my back now. Okay, what's it given me? It's given me Hand of Change and Call of Eris. Okay, let's pick on another dude this time. Bless him. Out of range. Out of range. Jesus, this is up close and I've got to be practically kissing him. Okay, so this is clearly a magic which isn't ranged. So it would probably go really well with some kind of melee weapon. Because you're there anyway, hitting him with a big sword or a big sledgehammer. Okay, right, well I'm going to go with blood anyway, because I want to become that dude who does a bit of support as well. So, keeps giving me these APs, but it's lying. It only gives you 1 AP per thing, so you've got something to start with. So the way that you equip this and you start going is you just pick the one that you want and then you leave the room. And it is a very nice big room. Now I could go through and show you all the different weapons, but we'll be here for hours.
This
to be fair.
Is how you get your instructions and submit your reports. Don't go off the grid. You'll find that nobody here likes a loose cannon. Go on now.
Thank you, my one-eyed friend. Bit of advice, next time you're doing a bit of juggling with knives, don't look up. Dickhead. Okay, right. I'm going to come out of this now, and I'm going to jump into Lady Place, who's actually in Kingsmouth, and where Seigi is waiting for us, and we're going to do a bit of running around there. Okay. See you there, darlings. Okay, back in Kingsmouth, and I have changed character, and I am now on Lady Place. Called Lady Place because it's a place on a lady, and it's a nice word that you can say, you know, in polite conversation. You know, like when you read the Gran, you can go, "Oh, Gran, you're such an old lady place. Can you please pass me the salt?" And no one's offended, you know, because it's just not big and it's not clever to say the C word. And besides, you sound like a cunt when you do. So we are called Lady Place, and I'm here with one of the stunts. He's called Seigi, but he's playing a he's playing a blue-haired chick at the moment. Yeah. Now, do you see that? When I clicked on him, it all kind of just expanded out above his head. Looks really nice. Okay, and he's and we've got a guild, the Cunning Stunts, which just looks fucking quite awesome. And he's found the emotes and everything, so that's really groovy. Now I'm just going to kind of zoom into first person because this is really important. He hasn't got very big tits, which is unusual for Funcom because they are quite mammary heavy with all their characters, yeah. But to make up for that, he has got rather a cracking arse. She has got a cracking arse, so it's all good where I come from. Well, no, it's not all good. You know, I remember Nadine. She was about 550 years old, but still had a massively cracking pair of tits, and you know, that can make up for a lot. You know, I don't care if you're a fucking a century old. You know, as long as you've got cracking tits. Anyway, so now on a tanky type dude, and as you can see, I've got a really nice, big, smash in the face kind of sledgehammer, which is good for taking down walls and for beating up baddies. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of tankage. Now, obviously, I'm not expert at this because we haven't been playing it long, but I must admit, it is quite good fun.
There's one behind you.
There's one behind me? Alright, let's have him then. Okay, so I'm going to go in, grab his attention, and then Seigi's going to... Look at him just bored and checking his nails there. Seigi's going to jump in and then kick its ass, which is where we want to be.
I will do many jumps.
So, we've got his attention like that. Stone walls sort of thing, so I get more blockage. When I block, I do more generate more threat. Pretty fucking awesome. And there you go. Sit down, bitch. Where's me fucking epics? So it has to be said that I'm really starting to like it. A lot of people have said, oh well, the combat's so meh. But, you know what? It's really quite groovy. Oh, what are you doing with my... You're doing with my threat there. And it just looks really... It's a bit...
Well, that one was clearly a lesbian. She was way more interesting than me. I mean, the guy...
You know what? She was clearly a lesbian. You know what I mean? Yeah. I saw a t-shirt today. It was fucking awesome. It said, cover me in chocolate and throw me to the lesbians. Like, whatever you're doing, dragging threat off it. Stop it. Oh, failed.
I'll turn around and tank with my back or something.
Yeah?
Go press him.
I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, I'm going to give it... Let's find me another baddie. See if I can tank it.
Well, what's going on? It's slightly unfair, but blades also are sort of tankish, so it might be because of that. Although I don't actually have any trap moves, I think.
Okay, go. attachment and talking shit earlier. Easily to get.
I think it might have been because I was critting my big hitter 7 times in a row.
That may well do it as well. Yes.
Guys, we are gonna quit the video here for a moment because we're about to reveal some spoilers, which obviously we're not gonna do. So see you in a little bit.
You know what? You fucking set up a YouTube channel, yeah? You make yourself the editor and the director and everything, and then all of a sudden one of the cast starts yelling cut. Back in a minute. Okay, roundup time. The Secret World. I like it. I like the way it looks. I like what they've done with the tessellation. Some of the combat, a lot of people have been going, they don't like it. But I've got to be honest with you, I don't find it that offensive, and I think because of the flexibility with the skill wheel and the skill points, it gives you a lot of options that you can play around with. So from that respect, I do like it. It looks gorgeous, it moves gorgeous, and the questing system, yes, of course, you've got some normal MMO, go and get me 10 bare-ass questions, yeah, but they are very far and few between. You've got other quests which are immense, to the point where you think you are in a Dan Simmons movie and you're solving puzzles as you go along. Now, if you want a brain at door, pew pew, level up, where's my epics game, then WoW is that way. Sorry guys. If you want something that's going to be challenging, then and mentally stimulating, then this may well be for you. Me and Seigi were running around last night and we were doing a quest which had us hooking into the internet, looking up Bible references to try and puzzle out what the code was for a particular panel. And that was just brilliant, yeah? They left you clues, you had to search around the world to find clues that then led you to the outside world, into the real world, and then back into the game world to then complete the quest. And I'm sorry, but that is just, I've never seen that before in a game, and it really floated my boat. Day and night cycles, absolutely awesome, and it's just got so much going for it. It is just brilliant. So give it a go. That's all I can say. The only downside that I've got on it is the drivers for the ATI card can be a little bit flaky, but they are in beta, and I'm hoping that's going to improve. I don't know what kind of experience people with NVIDIA Gear's having, or any other cards. Now, Seigi's got a really nice ATI card, one of the very top-end 5 series, and he's having absolutely no problems whatsoever. So it just seems to be me with this particular 7970. So I don't know what that is. Let's hope they fix it. The other thing is the business model, which has got me frowning a little bit. The amount of customization when you're building your character isn't fantastic, and also that leads me to believe, and the amount of items that are available for your character isn't fantastic. Now, this isn't like WoW or Rift or any of the others where when you pick up a new item, yeah, it changes. You know, I'm still in the same pants that I had on when I built the character. I'm still wearing the same jacket. So it seems like they may well be charging you for real monies for doing that, but we'll have to see. And if they are, I've got to be honest with you, that's going to piss me off. Yeah, and I think it's going to piss a lot of people off because it is rude. If I've just paid full retail price for this damn thing, and I'm subbing, yeah, that shit should be for free. If it was a free-to-play game and I was subbing, yeah, in a very kind of Lord of the Rings kind of way, then again it should be free. People are doing free-to-play and not paying anything. Yeah, then charge them. You know, they want a fancy wig, yeah, and an earring. Fucking charge them for it because they're doing free-to-play, yeah. If I'm actually ponying up my dough right now, I want it to be all in-game. So I'm not sure how many people are going to get pissed off with that. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. So, The Secret World. Yes, I am going to be playing it. if you come onto the Damon server, you know, look us up. We are the Cunning Stunts guild. I'm obviously going to be on as Lady Place or as LoveBigButts, so come and say hi. Hey, come and join us. You've probably been in stunts all your life, you just never fucking realised it, guys. Meet us on the website, come and join us in game. We want to hear from you. Okay, until next time, bye.